Get ready for the next battle.
This matchup might open a portal to hell. Number 1, Roger Goodell. Number 8, Jeff Duncan.
Look at those faces. You just want to punch them both right in the kisser, don't you? Doesn't it?
I want to do worse than punch them.
Don't punch your screen, people.
So I know we're all probably about to pick Roger Goodell. I want to point out again that if you look at the clip art of Jeff Duncan when he did his dunk shots segment, that alone might be enough to convince you to pick Jeff Duncan. I'm
voting for Jeff Duncan. And this is why. Why. I'm voting for Jeff Duncan. I understand that Roger Goodell is a POS and he wanted to pressure the Saints to fire Sean Payton and fire Mickey Loomis and destroy the Saints and send them back to the dark ages from whence they came, because he is Roger Goodell and he cares about big markets and he doesn't care about the Saints and he wanted to destroy them. I get that it was in his interest to use the Saints to pretend that the NFL cared about safety. I get that, because Roger Goodell makes $40 million. He wants to increase the revenue for the NFL. Jeff Duncan, he supported firing Loomis, firing Sean Payton, because I don't know why. So I find that personally offensive, that he was all in on let's punish the Saints and make them irrelevant again because they did this horrible thing in Bountygate, as Dave would say, yada, yada, yada. And I'm not over it. I'm voting Jeff Duncan.
Interesting. I'll go. I'll be briefer than that. This entire tournament, I have always chosen players over people like Duncan or off the field things, just because I feel like to be a Saints villain, you hurt the Saints the most when you do it on the field. You have a direct impact in that way. And I said this last week, but I don't think Jeff Duncan is a Saints villain. I think he's a Saints villain. I think he's a Who Dat Nation villain. Roger Goodell, Jeff Duncan has never really had any sort of impact on the field as far as the Saints, as far as results, win, loss, that kind of stuff. Roger Goodell obviously has had firsthand. Has impacted the Saints firsthand with his decisions, stupidity, biasness, whatever you want to call it.
You said you were going to be briefer.
No, I'm done. That's it. Thank you. Wrapping it up. On to you, Andrew.
Kevin? No, wait. So you voted Goodell.
I'm voting Goodell. Yes.
All right, Juge.
Oh, Kevin.
I'll make it quicker than those two. I'm voting Roger Goodell.
Kevin's like, I don't even need to explain myself to you, assholes.
You know,
I'll save that.
Goodell has only pissed me off, and granted, he's pissed me off a number of times, but he's pissed me off indirectly via what he's done to the Saints. Jeff Duncan has pissed me off directly. It's personal. So I'm picking Jeff Duncan.
Okay, but again, my argument is you're not the Saints. You're just Saints fan / podcaster.
And who's voting on this?
Well, but
it's down to the fans. I'm picking Jeff Duncan. It's 2-2.
That's right.
Thomas, give us the fan vote. I stand by what I said.
Let's go to the fan vote. The fan vote.
It became personal with me.
Saints Rabbit says Duncan is a douche. Goodell is a horrible person.
Okay, I already know the winner, guys. Worst. Unfortunately, I wouldn't have voted for this one. The winner got 83.3%.
Oh, that's not good.
Of votes.
That's gotta be good. That's gotta be Goodell.
If
Jeff Duncan got 83% of the votes,
no way.
You guys have been.
Then he deserves to win.
You guys have forgotten Goodell. Thank you, Jesus.
It is Goodell.
I was about to compare this to the Holocaust. This was like you guys have
Jesus
all the horror.
Christ!
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if people were voting for Jeff Duncan, they would have forgotten all the terrible things that Goodell did, just like some people want to ignore all the terrible things that happened during World War II and the Holocaust.
Come on, man! We don't need that!
good
wind
thing to
up on a blog somewhere.
Somebody's gonna listen to this and try to cancel us, but they can't because they probably the audio will be so bad they'll barely understand.
Reprehensible behavior.
What? I didn't say anything negative.
Don't worry, Dave. I'll use my cripple shield to protect us.
Doesn't the cripple shield have to be on the bat arm, Ralph?
Yeah, it would. It's like
There we go.
Yeah. So
I like how you had to lean all the way back to lift that up.
Yeah, I got it. Because the arm doesn't come up. I'm like John McCain. He couldn't lift his arm. I'm like that with the left arm. So I don't really lift it. I just lean back. Thanks for watching the Saints Happy Hour. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Then find us wherever you get your podcast. And finally, go to saintshappyhour.com and become a patron of the best Saints podcast on earth.